What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been testing the latest card size cold wallet. This is the Ellipal Xcard hardware wallet and it's an excellent cold storage for your digital assets, Bitcoin and beyond. So I'm going to give you my breakdown and my honest opinion on this device. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Crypto Corner with myself, OJ, crypto analyst and investor since 2016. So I've been in crypto long enough to care about security first, and I only talk about wallets if they actually make sense from self-custody perspective. Now, if you're new to my channel, hello, thanks for tuning in. I've been talking about cold wallets for 10 years now. I was familiar with the Xcard wallet since last year when it was still in testing stages, so I already knew how this works. And Ellipal are known for their air-gapped devices, so I knew this would be an excellent and secure device. Let's break it down properly. First, a few key things to know about this device. So at its core, the Ellipal Xcard is a hardware wallet, but the form factor is what immediately stands out. Instead of a bulky device, this is actually a card-size wallet. It's not a new concept, it's something that we've already seen with the likes of Tangem and Cool Wallet Pro, CypherRock, SecuX. There's quite a few brands at this point that actually have a card-size wallets. But they do have small differences, and for instance with the Tangem wallet you are doing the setting up and operating everything via the mobile phone app. Here with this one you're also using a mobile phone app to navigate, but the initial setting up is done with this device, meaning at no point this card is being connected to the internet. Everything is being done entirely offline. And this device you will be using just when you're setting up the card. After that you are connecting the card to the mobile phone app and you're using it with the mobile phone app, so you will be approving transactions and whatever else you need to do with just a tap of the card with the NFC function on your phone. But the initial setting up is being done with an external device, so no connectivity via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or internet in any way. And generating the seed phrase offline is really important, guys, because this is a point of failure. If you are having, a compromised device when you're doing your initial setting up, then everything can be compromised. And that alone already puts this card in a different category than many other wallets on the market. There is zero direct connection between this wallet and the internet. This means no remote hacking, no malware via USBs, no Bluetooth exploits, no firmware attacks through live connections. From a threat model perspective, this is exactly how cold storage should work. Inside the card, you've got a secure element chip which is designed to protect your private keys, your signing environment, your recovery credentials. Even if someone physically gets their hands on the card, extracting keys is not an option. And also, you do have a PIN. You can set up an extra passphrase on top of your seed phrase. So there are many ways that you can extra protect yourself from any hacking attempts. Obviously, a wallet can be ultra secure but still be a pain to use. And this is where Ellipal actually does a really good job. You pair the Xcard with the Ellipal mobile app and everything happens through NFC connectivity, offline signing, visual confirmation on both ends. The interface is clean, beginner friendly, but still solid enough for experienced users. And you're not digging through complicated menus just to send a transaction, which makes it very good for kind of on-the-go day-to-day transacting. And when it comes to asset support, we have all the major networks, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Binance, you name it, it's there. All major layer ones, also ERC20, BEP20 tokens, and a very big range of altcoins, so everything you need. This isn't just a Bitcoin only storage card, but it's built for multi-asset holders. Just get your coins out of the exchanges, guys. Don't hold them there for longer than a couple of weeks. I've seen too many mishaps. I know the risks. Now, another thing that I really like is how low profile this wallet is. I mean, there is no screen sticking out, no obvious crypto device kind of look. It's really minimal and discreet, and this is very intentional. If you travel, or if you simply don't want your wallet screaming, "I hold crypto," this design makes sense. And the best part is, I just imported the seed of my previous Ellipal wallet, the Titan 2, which is a bulky, heavy-duty device, and it stays in my house. I'm not stopping to use it, but I am carrying this with me on the go when I travel, and I travel right now for 6 months. I also like the fact that there are no cables that you need to be using here. Just tap your card to your phone and then you sign in seconds. Smooth, fast, and always under your control. Whether you're buying or swapping or sending or staking, whatever you are doing, because all of these are available on the app. All of these things you will be confirming with a tap of the card. Now, I do have the single card here, but there are packs of 3. So if you want to have extra cards for backups and for extra security, then just get one of the bundles with the 3 cards. In my case, this is an additional wallet. In fact, I already have the Titan 2.0, the Titan Mini, and now this one here. All are attached to the same account or are synced with the same account, meaning that these are 3 devices that I'm using as backups. So I don't really need 3 cards. 1 is enough for me. But as I'm saying, if this is going to be your only hardware wallet, then it's good to have the backups, so that if you lose the card, you can easily just get the next one and continue your operations without being interrupted. Otherwise, you can always buy another one and set it up with the seed phrase that you will be storing safely, hopefully. And that's all right as well, but you will just have to go through the whole process of setting up, entering your phrase and everything, which, by the way, let me show you how the setting up works, and then I'm going to continue with all the things that I like or don't like about this device. Before I show you that, if you are willing to buy this card, you can get it with a discount. Just grab the link from the description below. I have a discount code, CryptoCorner. You can enter that at the checkout. Even if you don't use my link from the description, you can go directly to the Ellipal website, and from there you select whatever you want to buy. Enter CryptoCorner at the checkout point, at the last step before you pay, and you will get the discount. All right, now let me show you how to set it up. All right, when it comes to setting up your card, the first thing that you need to do is download the mobile phone application on your mobile, because that's how you're going to navigate the card. The card doesn't have any buttons or screen or anything like that. Before you connect it to the mobile phone app, you will have to set up the card with this device. And the good thing is that this is only needed for the initial setup. When you travel, even for a long time, as I do, a few months at the time, you don't actually have to carry that, so you don't have to worry about losing it. All right, so I've already got the app downloaded here, but before I can use the app on my phone, I need to set up the card. So that's the first step. After I set up the card with this device, then I will connect it to the mobile phone application, and from that point I will be navigating with the mobile phone app. Let's turn this on. Typically this device comes already charged, but you might want to plug it in the charger just to give it an extra boost. Okay, and I have here a few options: create wallet, recover wallet, and then here I can set up a passphrase. I can choose to have a passphrase or not to have a passphrase, and the about is basically just telling me how to use this device. So right now I'm not setting up the passphrase, so I'll just skip this and I'll go back to the menu. With this red button here, I'm going back or rejecting, and with the black button below, I'm confirming and approving. And from here, I can just go up and down. Right, so create wallet is what you would typically use if this is your first hardware wallet. If you just bought it for the first time and you don't have another hardware wallet, you don't have a seed phrase that you want to import into this card, you are creating a completely new wallet, this is the option for you. However, for me, the option is to recover a wallet, because I already have another Ellipal product, the Titan 2.0. This is my main wallet. It stays in the house and it is quite a bulky device, so I'm not using it for on the go. I want to be using this one as a secondary device. So if this is going to be your secondary device, or maybe even a third device, a backup, whatever, then you want to set it up with a previously used seed phrase. So you have to use the recover option, and that's what I'm going to select. And now, as I select this, I have to insert the Ellipal card, and I will need to remove the film slip from here. Let's insert the card, and now I need to select how many words is the seed phrase that I'll be using. Is it 12? Is it 21? I'm going to stick to 12. I'm going to approve here with the OK button, and now I need to enter the words. And this is how you navigate through the letters. And as you confirm, you move forward, and then you need the next letter, and then it guesses the word, because as you know, there are just certain number of words. It's not completely unlimited. So after you enter the first couple of letters, usually the first 3 letters, it guesses the word. And if there are different words available with this combination of letters, you will be able to navigate through these words and select the correct one. If it's wrong, you can go back, and I can go back all the way to the first letter and start again. So let me enter my seed phrase now, and I'll come back to the video. All right, now this is done. Let's move on to the next step. Now here I am prompted to select a between 6 and 16 digit PIN. All right, so let's do that. Now let's wait for the recovering of that wallet. Okay, wallet has been recovered. Okay, now it's asking me if I have a duplicate card. I don't, because this is only the single card package. If you bought the 3 cards package, then you would want to connect them now. You want to set them up right now. So you will click yes here, and then you will insert the next card, and it will associate it with the same accounts as the main card. All right, and now the last step, of course, is to connect the card to the mobile phone application so we can start using the wallet. Now let's go here, Xcard, connect card. I will be entering the same PIN that I already selected for my card when I was doing the setting up, which is why I'm hiding it from the camera. Okay, let's do that. And that's done. Okay. Now here I can select all of these chains, or only the ones that I will be using. That will make it easier and faster. So I will be using only Bitcoin and Ethereum here on this wallet. Maybe later, if I want to add any chains, I can do that anyways. All right, well, this was the setting up. As you see, really straightforward. So who is this wallet for? Well, first off, this isn't necessarily meant to replace your daily hot wallet, okay? In cold wallets, we put the money that isn't supposed to be moving all the time every day, but you can if you really need to. I use it more for receiving, and I withdraw less often. But I would say this makes sense if you prefer true cold storage. This means you want maximum isolation, and if you're holding funds longer term, if you don't want wireless attack surfaces, hence air-gapped is your best choice. I'm using it 2 or 3 times a week at most. Sometimes it's actually 4 or 5 times a month. This is pretty much what I'm doing. So it happens a few times a month. It's not every day, and it's not several times a day. So what do I like about this wallet? What are the pros and cons? A true air-gapped security. The Xcard never touches the internet. No Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth, no USB. Also, the tap to sign simplicity. Forget the cables, clunky setups. Just tap your Xcard to your phone and you sign in seconds. Also, unbreakable private key protection. Your private keys live inside the CC EAL6 Plus secure chip. This is the latest security standard currently available. Even if your phone is compromised, your private keys never leave the chip. If you care about holding your crypto the right way, it's definitely worth looking into this one. And just generally, get a cold wallet, get some metal plates for your precious seed phrases, and get your crypto secured for the long run. I talk about my top choice for metal plates in this video, so make sure to watch it next. If you have any questions, drop a comment and I'll try to reply quickly. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and show your support by leaving a like. Thanks for staying until the end, and I'll see you in the next one.